Hi there. My name is Lauren Marcus, and I am a client with Mindtalk, with my psychologist being Miss Vijayalaxmi Umate, and I'm here to just share a bit about my experiences. I'll just be referring to the questions to respond. So I come from Canada. I love India. I visited India many times, and I've been doing virtual sessions while in Canada, a little bit of virtual sessions while in India as well. I work as an occupational therapist back in Canada, and I actually have worked in the mental health domain as well. So I have a lot of experience as a therapist. I also was experiencing some issues of seasonal affective disorder, anxiety and depression, as well as some gut-related issues and sleep problems in the past couple of years, and they got worse earlier this year, so that's why I sought out some therapy. I would say when I started noticing that my motivation was especially low, that's what really pushed me to seek out therapy. And so that's when I reached out to Catabam's Mindtalk, because I have a friend who works for Catabam's, and I know that it has a good reputation, and I have some contacts in Bangalore, so I was comfortable going with an organization that I had heard a lot about through my contacts in Bangalore. Miss Vijayalaxmi incorporated a lot of ACT, so acceptance and commitment therapy, and CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, a little bit, and I found those were helpful, especially the ACT, because a lot of my situation is not necessarily in my control or changeable, but I was able to accept that there are certain things outside of my control, and I can focus on what is in my control to work on and commit to still acting in line with my values and doing activities that I know will make me feel good, even if I wake up not feeling great. Knowing that doing activities is what can help bring about more motivation. You can't just wait for it to come on its own. You have to sort of create that motivation and build that momentum. So that's a key learning I've found. Another important piece was learning meditation skills, progressive muscle relaxation, being encouraged to do this on a daily basis. And I now do it several times a week. I don't necessarily do it every single day, but I do find that it's particularly helpful when I can use the Calm app for meditation, or use some YouTube or Spotify meditations or other exercises when I really need to quiet my mind down. It's helped a bit with sleep as well, although my sleep issues still seem to persist. I'm still working on that. So one of the main challenges, I would say, was just sticking with what was being recommended. So it's common that we recommend things to clients, I know from my own experience recommending, and that just the execution can be hard. So building the habit, sticking to the habit, and feeling in the moment like you actually want to execute that, even if you're not feeling good and know it will help, it's sometimes hard to do things when we're not feeling good, even when we know they'll help, right? So there's always that barrier. The same issue could apply to when we are feeling good and we think, oh, I don't need to do the meditation because I feel great, but then it's more of a maintenance and a preventative type of strategy, preventing any future health issues from coming back. So we have to make sure that we're consistent regardless of kind of our mindset or state in that moment. I was also exploring some ADHD type traits that I seem to have, still deal with, but I've noticed some improvements through the practice of meditation, through the practice of different CBT and ACT methods. And I would say, if I were to give some advice to those who are also experiencing anxiety, depression, and ADHD symptoms, it would be to just know that help is there. There's a lot of tools. It's never going to be one tool that works. It's never going to be one magic solution. It's always a toolkit, and you have to be willing to build those small habits and knowing that the small habits that are consistent are going to go a lot farther than those big one-time or few-time things we do that we then don't stick to because they're too tedious or onerous or burdensome. We have to make it really manageable and microscopic sometimes and slowly build up from there, or as I said, really prioritize that consistency so that it is something that we can be sure to stick with. Because the toolbox needs to have a variety of different strategies that will kind of work in tandem, and we also need to make sure that we're supporting our own confidence and belief in our ability to get better. And if we set too high expectations of ourselves or are too ambitious in what we're practicing, then it's just not going to stick, and then we're going to lose confidence in our ability to even help ourselves. That's something I tell my clients as well as a therapist myself back in Canada. So that would be everything from me, but it's been really, really helpful. I'm so grateful for Mind Talk, and I highly recommend anyone pursue their services if you're feeling in need of that extra help.